Practical application means what? Doing it. Doing it. See, obviously he had to be convinced, see, that he needed to do it. You think that took some open-mindedness on his part? If you don't, see, next week when we go through Bill's story, so you begin to understand a little bit of what was going on with this guy. We're really going to go through that. Okay, later, he requested the privilege of being allowed to tell his story. What it was like, what happened, what it's like now. See, to other patients here, and with some misgiving, we consented. See, the cases we've followed through have been most interesting. In fact, many of them are what? Amazing. See, what's one of the words we find in the promises on page 83, the beginning of what's known as the 12 promises? Amazing. See, that's a pretty amazing kind of word for any physician or scientist to put in a document like this. Okay, now the next sentence is all about altruism. See, the unselfishness of these men as we've come to know them. The entire absence of profit motive. I never did anything in my life without a profit motive. Something I was going to get out of it. And their community spirit is indeed inspiring to one who has labored long and wearily in this alcoholic field. So here's this guy. These are his credentials. This is what long and wearily means. You might just consider that sometime. Ask yourself if you'd had the guts to do his job. See, back in those days with those kind of results. Okay, they believe in themselves and still more in the what? Capital P this time. See, which pulls chronic alcoholics back from where? The gates of death. Okay, close your eyes again. What does a chronic alcoholic look like? What's your picture of the chronic alcoholic? See, just take a look. Most of us see have this bag lady, guy under a bridge, khaki pants, shit in his pants, drinking Mad Dog out of a bag. See, gutter kind of human being. See, riding a train, that kind of. Anybody got that kind of picture pop up? Okay. See, how many people had yourself pop up when you saw it? Okay, good. Okay. So we need to understand the word chronic. See, as long as we're carrying around these stereotype kind of pictures, it's very difficult for us to look at our own experience. Okay? So the word chronic has a definition. First part of the definition is recurring. Recurring means over and over. Ask yourself, has your problem with alcohol and or drugs recurred in your life? It's as opposed to the word acute, which means I had a problem one time. See, has your problem with alcohol and drugs recurred? Second part of being chronic is persistent. The word persistent means in spite of opposition or attempts, see, to change it. See, it persists. So ask yourself, has your problem with drugs and alcohol persisted? See, if it hasn't, like if you've been in treatment and got drunk, see what happens? The problem persisted in spite of the treatment. If you've seen a shrink and got drunk, see, the problem persisted. See, in spite of the being shrunk. Okay? In spite of the counseling. See, in spite of our willpower, in spite of our decisions, in spite of, doing our best to be good human beings, the problem just keeps going, keep getting drunk. They keep having these same problems over and over again, persistent. Okay, third part of this is continuous. See? Has the problem in your life been more or less continuous? Has it continued? See, just keeps on and on. See, no matter what I do, change my circumstances, flee, take a geographic, get a new job, switch from scotch to brandy, drink more, drink less, don't drink in the morning, only drink at night, drink with her, drink with him, see, drink by myself, no matter what. See, does the problem just recur, persist, and continue, on and on? And the last part is long-term. Okay, see, most diseases last somewhere between, 3 and 15 days. See, most diseases, kind of like the flu, bad cold, some forms of pneumonia and stuff, they go on, mononucleosis, pretty serious disease, goes on about 6 months. Okay, see, but my alcoholism recurred, persisted. It was continuous, and long-term for me meant about 25 years. Look at your own experience. See, does your problem with drugs and alcohol meet these four, criteria? If it does, what does that mean about you? See, it's got nothing to do with whether you ever drank Mad Dog under a bridge. See, it's got nothing to do with whether you ever got arrested, went to jail, been in a drunk tank, been divorced, lost a job. It's got nothing to do with any of that. problem with drugs and alcohol recurred, persisted, been continuous over a long period of time. If it has, see, you are a chronic alcoholic. See, what does that mean? You got to be open-minded and let go, see, of the stereotype pictures, see, that we're all carrying around. It's got nothing to do with age or sex, how much you drank, how long you drank it, what your drunk-a-log sounds like. None of that makes any difference. Is everybody clear about that? Okay, now how many chronic alcoholics we got in here besides me? All right, now all of those of you who are chronic, cross off the word chronic and write somebody's name there. Put Richard's name there. Chronic alcoholics, back from where? What's this doctor telling you if you're a chronic alcoholic? You got a fatal disease. See, no matter how far you've gone, no matter what's happened to you up to this point, see, some people show up at a cancer clinic with a mole on their arm. See, if they do nothing about it, it'll kill them. See, some people show up, see, and the cancer has already eaten them up completely on the inside, and they got 6 months. See, but they're both, see, chronically, fatally ill. See, unless something is done about it. Okay, down at the bottom it says, of course, an alcoholic ought to be freed from his physical craving for liquor. This often requires a definite hospital procedure. Okay, about half of us have been through some definite hospital procedures, right? Treatment, counseling, all that kind of stuff. Okay, before psychological measures can be of maximum benefit. We believe, see, now notice the we here, see, refers not to the 100 men and women, see, but whose opinion? See, he's speaking for the medical community, the psychiatric community. That's the we here in the doctor's opinion. See, we believe, and so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcohol on these, who? Whose name goes there? Put your name there where it says chronic alcoholic. The action of alcohol on me, remember? This is not about dear occupant, this is about me, to whom it may concern. Okay. We believe, and so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcohol on these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of being an asshole and a prick. Okay. They're being uneducated, stupid, and out of work. See? Being morally weak, reprehensible, being unworthy and judged by God. That's what it's all a manifestation of. It's a manifestation of being punished. See? Is that what your book says? No. See? Those are all a bunch of ideas that a lot of us bring into Alcoholics Anonymous, though, aren't they? See? It's a disease, and the action of alcohol in these chronic alcoholics is the manifestation of one simple thing, which is an abnormal reaction to the substance of alcohol. Okay, now he's going to explain that the phenomenon of craving is limited to this class, and it never occurs in the average temperate drinker. Okay, now what is the phenomenon of craving? See, it is this thing that starts up in a real alcoholic. See, it kind of goes like this. I walk into a bar and I've decided I'm going to have 1 drink, 2 drinks, something like that, and then I'm going to go home. Okay, so I order the first drink. I take about 2 swallows of it, and something happens inside of me that says more. See, that's it. See, and suddenly all the decisions I've ever made about how much I'm going to drink are gone. See, suddenly it's all right. See, suddenly I'm out of control and I don't even realize it. See, something happens to me as soon as I drink. I begin to crave more alcohol. See? I can go along with the craving or I can fight the craving. It doesn't make any difference. I continue to drink. See? Once I've taken the first drink, I always end up drunk. It might not be that night, it might not be that week, it might be a month later. See? But once I've started, see, a snowball has started rolling down a hill, see, which is about to crash into the ski lodge. See? And so you might look and see if that happens to you. That's an abnormal reaction, see, to alcohol. I start drinking and, see, I don't feel like I'm losing control. I feel like I'm gaining control when I drink. See? I feel better and all that kind of stuff, but the main thing that goes on is I just keep drinking. A craving starts. See, which doesn't pay any attention to my mind whatsoever. Whether I want to do it or don't want to do it, I do it. I'm having an abnormal physical reaction. It's got nothing to do with choice, willpower, or anything else. See? Now, what's the normal reaction to alcohol? Okay? Most people, when they drink alcohol, the more they drink, the less they want. See? That's the normal reaction, see, to alcohol. Alcohol is a poison. It's a toxic substance. See? When it enters the body of most people, see, they get a little giddy and they start to get some reaction to it. See? And they get to a certain point, and beyond that point, man, they don't want anymore. See? Because they think they're going to be out of control and get sick, and they don't like the feeling and all the various things that go on with them. See? Have you ever been sitting with a group of people, like from work, normal drinkers? You know, you go out after work, see, and everybody's sitting around, and they're all nursing their first drink. See, and I'm there, I've already slammed down 3. Okay, see, and I'm saying, let's have another round, and they're all saying, let's go eat. See, or I got to go home. See, or I got to pick up the kids, or, you know, they're all doing this, and I'm going, no, come on, let's have another round. And they're going, no way. See, and I always thought that they were sitting there using some enormous amount of willpower, see, to do that. See, that's what I thought they were operating on, was their willpower. See, it's got nothing to do with their willpower. They don't have any more willpower than I do. They don't want any more alcohol. That's it. See, and when I start drinking, I want more. See? And I want more, and I want more, and I want more. See? And that want that happens when I drank progressed over a 25-year period of time. I got to where I was just like totally out of control for the last 7 or 8 years of my drinking. So look and see if that happens to you when you drink or when you do drugs. If you're into drugs, see if you do speed or coke or any of that. See, does one line do it? See, does one hit do it for you? Or does one always demand that you take another and another and another and another? See, it's very simple. It's like that thing with the flame. See, here's what most people do when they drink. They stop. Here's what I do. No problem here. No problem here. Maybe I have a problem. I'm still not sure. On and on. On and on. Yeah, maybe if I got rid of this and got a Zippo, you know, this is butane. Maybe if I got... Yeah. See, do you suffer when you drink? Does that apply to you? See? All you got to do is look at your own experience. See? Right. You're either allergic or you're not allergic. See, and this is how you tell whether you're allergic. Okay. Now, everybody understand it? How many people we got in here besides me who are allergic to alcohol? Okay. So here we are. See, we're learning what the hopeless type is: chronic, allergic, alcoholic. Okay. See, and we need to see that in our own experience so that we can understand the next sentence. See, we need to understand that this never occurs in the average temperate drinker. See, one of the things that happens in treatment centers is a lot of the people who think up the treatment, see, have never experienced the phenomenon of craving. See? They don't know what alcoholism is any more than most of us do. See? But they think that they do. So they think that they do. Okay? Middle of the paragraph says these allergic types. So how many allergic types we got here? Put your name there. See? If you experience the phenomenon of craving when you drink, write your name there. Me. See, that's me. I'm an allergic type. These allergic types can never means at no time ever, safely. The opposite of safe is dangerous. What's the word after safe? Use. It does not say drink. See, the word use means to employ. You can never safely use what? Alcohol in any form at all. Does that mean medicines and external preparations and cosmetics? Are those forms of alcohol? See, does it sound to you like maybe this doctor thought that this contact with alcohol is a little more serious than you may have ever considered before? See, these allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. Okay? So, see, I learned this. See, I found out it was a fact. Then I had to go verify the fact. See, so I did some experiments. I went home and I looked at all the stuff in the bathroom. I read all the ingredients labels and found out how much of it had alcohol, which was practically all of it. See, if you look on an ingredients label, see, anything that ends in OL, see, is some form of alcohol. Like you may have heard of propanol, panthenol, polypropylene glycol, glycerol. See, those are all things that are in an alcohol base. See, if you use hairspray, the number 1, number 2 ingredient is generally SD alcohol 40. Use Jergens lotion. Anybody know what Jergens lotion is? It's got 3 kinds of alcohol in it. See, take Jergens lotion. Here's a bottle. Put it in my hand. Start going like this. Where did it go? Where'd it go? 3 kinds of alcohol in it. Could alcohol absorbed through your skin trigger a phenomenon of craving in you, do you think? See? Why do 90% of us go get drunk? We don't believe this. We don't believe this. It's not true. It's not that bad. You're a fucking fanatic. Maybe. Whose opinion is it? See? He says it's a fact. Okay, so once again, don't believe me. See, check it out for yourself. I checked it out for myself. 6 drops of alcohol will totally change my mood. Aftershave. It'll do it to me. See, shampoo with alcohol in it does it to me. See, I've checked it out. It does do that. So you might, the best way to do this is to just, find out where the alcohol is in your life. See, don't throw it away. Just set it aside. See, and make sure that you're alcohol-free for about 7 days. Okay? And then, start using your products. Right Guard, alcohol 40. Psh, give yourself a couple of shots. See, and see if you get a reaction. See, some of us, depending on the progression of the disease, get a very negative reaction. When I was doing this, see, I was angry most of the time. And when I drank, I got violent. See, so alcohol, when I came in contact with it, was very noticeable, angry kind of mood change that would happen. See, an instant reaction. See, so these are things that you can check out for yourself. Just notice whose opinion we're reading. See, ask yourself, is this true? Is it false? Who says so? If I disagree, what am I basing my disagreement on? Okay, see, check it out for yourself. Be open-minded. Yeah, Dave.
Doesn't bread have alcohol in it too, Michael?
What?
Doesn't bread have alcohol in it too?
I have no idea.
Why would they have alcohol?
It does.
I mean, I take a lot of bread, I don't put alcohol in it. It's got yeast, the yeast has fermented.
Bread has the alcoholic content. Bread has
This isn't something to get fanatical about. It's something to check out for yourself. See, I've been, pretty much alcohol-free for about 8.5 years now. But there are times when I run into alcohol. See, but it's not something that's going to get me drunk anymore because I'm now aware, see, of what goes on. See, but I don't knowingly use alcohol products at all. And one of the things I'm real clear about is that my alcoholism is still progressing. I'm way more sensitive to alcohol now than I was 9 years ago when I got sober. So I can see the physical part of the disease still progressing in my body. It doesn't cause me any problems. See, but I don't knowingly go out or use alcohol. Yeah, Joe?
I know what you're talking about because I used deodorant and it had alcohol. I didn't know it, so I started looking for products that didn't have alcohol. The deodorant, and I looked at a toothpaste that has the mouthwash in it. It has alcohol in it. I didn't know that, so I started reading labels because I remember that my experience was going through that. And anytime I use aftershave, man, I can do nasty. So I stopped using any products and tried to be aware of what I buy.
There was a very noticeable absence of up and down kind of mood swings and all kinds of stuff in my life as soon as I understood this, see, and removed all of the alcohol from my life. See, it just really blew my mind to see how allergic I was and how I had always regarded this reaction to alcohol as a normal thing. I thought everybody reacted the same way. See, some of us get elated when we come in contact with alcohol. Some of us have very negative reaction. See, what do you got to do? Check it out for yourself. See, if you get a physical reaction, see, it's got nothing to do with the mind. Okay, see, once again, what book are we reading? Doctor's opinion. Okay, so it's not my opinion. It's not the opinion of Bill Wilson. So it wasn't the opinion of Dr. Bob. So he was a medical doctor, but he had to learn this from a stockbroker who'd been sober 6 months. You think that took some open-mindedness on his part? Yeah, no shit. See, imagine the humility, how screwed up he must have been to have been willing to listen to that from Bill Wilson.
Mike, I think it's important to take you look at another possible perspective on this too, though. I think, in my opinion, what Dr. Silk was in by alcohol in no form at all was that at that time, and with alcoholics in general, we sometimes have this idea that beer or low levels of alcohol, drinking alcoholic contents is the same as bourbon or whiskey. And in fact, in my life at this point, well, whiskey was my problem, and I can drink beer safely. And I think that was continually the same in no form at all. It didn't make a difference if it was wine, beer, or whiskey, or what level of alcohol we were drinking. If we were drinking enough to be intoxicated, then it was going to be a problem. There's also something in my experience that sociologists found that when they came to change the light fixtures in the factories, it would include the production of all the workers for a while. But then they noticed that the level of work went back the same, so they painted the walls, and that too increased the productivity of the worker. Any change that was made a perceptual change in the individual, which affected him for a while. So it's entirely possible, in my belief, that if a person goes and takes all the alcohol out of their house, that change itself could effectively make them feel like there's something changing. My personal perspective is that I never, I made the mistake I am before, but I never went out and got thrown in jail after. And if I go in and I start drinking, if I start ordering 24 steak INs, or if I start drinking bottles of Dijon mustard, then I'm going to have a problem. And this sometimes can be a problem as a Donald too, because I know a man who believed that Listerine, he would use Listerine mouthwash, he was carrying around a case of it in the trunk of his car and believed he had it slipped. And he was drinking this stuff by the case in denial of the alcohol that he was taking. So it's a fine line. The person is drinking is good.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Dave. See, there are differing points of view, so let's read the exact words one more time. See, and ask ourselves, who wrote these? Okay? And whose opinion is this? See, and what book is it in? Okay, it says, these allergic types. See, now I can see in my own experience, see, the symptoms of that allergy. Okay, these allergic types can never, see, never means never, safely use, see, use means to employ, see, in any fashion, alcohol, see, in what? Any form at all. Okay, now, see, you can look at that however you want to look at that. See, but that's what it says. Okay, and it's either true or it's false. See, so how are you going to know? See, everybody's got to check it out for themselves. See, when in Alcoholics Anonymous, see, our responsibility, see, to the newcomer is to make all of this plain. See, and then check it out for yourself. Okay, so these allergic types, that's me, can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. Once having formed the habit. Now, habit is a word generally used by junkies. I got a habit. See, have you ever heard an alcoholic call his alcoholism a habit? I've never. See, what does this say? Once having formed the habit. What does habit mean? Addiction. See, look up the word addict and addiction in a dictionary. Formed the habit. See, so ask yourself, have I formed the habit? In other words, am I addicted? That's what that means. See, once having become addicted, formed the habit, and found they cannot break it. Have you found you can't break it? See, what does that mean? Powerless. See, so let's look at our own experience. See, would any of us be sitting in this room if we didn't have the habit? See, would anybody without the habit be here? Never would have come to AA, never would have come in contact with treatment, AA, at all. See, most people don't. See, it's only people who form the habit who do. Okay? See, now ask yourself, are you able to break the habit, this addiction? See, because people who could break the addiction would do what? Break it, and they'd never come here. Okay? So the evidence, if we simply look at our own experience, is that we are addicted and we are powerless over our addiction. See, that's not something that's going to become true in the future. See, it's something that became true sometime in the past. See, and the evidence of the truth of that is that here we are. See, what are we doing here? See, once having formed the habit and found they can't break it, true about me. See, once having lost their what? Have you lost yours? Are you confident in yourself that you can keep yourself sober? See, I'm not. See, I had no self-confidence. See, and yet many of us sit around and we think that self-confidence is going to be the solution to our alcoholism. See, but the book makes it very plain that self-confidence doesn't solve the problem. It's gone. See, we have no self-confidence, no confidence in ourselves, our willpower, our thinking, our decisions, our abilities, our talents in any form that will get us sober and keep us that way. So once having lost their self-confidence, so now you got someone who is addicted, who's powerless and without self-confidence. What does that person do? They seek buddies. See? That's what we do. We seek buddies of some sort. See? Some human thing is going to get us sober. See? Has anybody in here tried the buddy system before you came to AA besides me? You ever see, me and Leo are drinking buddies, so me and Leo go, hey, we're getting screwed up. Let's not drink. See, if you feel like drinking, you call me, and if I feel like drinking, I'll call you. Anybody done that besides me? Am I the only one? Did it work? It doesn't work. Okay? What do we do in AA? We come in and we get 47 phone numbers and we think the buddy system that never worked before is going to work now. See? Their reliance on things human. See? And look around here. How many gods do you see in this meeting? See? How many? One? None? See? What do you see in AA meetings? Human beings. Things human. See? What do human beings say? Things human. What do human beings think? Things human. See? Their reliance on things human. No human thing, see, including an AA meeting, will keep this person sober. See, now I'm not saying that meetings are bad, see, or worthless or any of that. Please don't misunderstand. See, the problem is that many people come to rely on the meetings, see, instead of working the steps. See? And they think that's going to keep them sober, but there's no evidence that that works. Okay? So whose opinion is this? What does things human mean to you? One's having formed the habit, found they can't break it. See, one's having lost their self-confidence, it's true or it's false, and their reliance on things human. See, what happens? Their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve. What does that mean? Life is unmanageable. See, life is unmanageable. See, now this occurs generally in two places in Alcoholics Anonymous. The brand newcomer who walks in, see, who's got all these problems, they can't stay sober, they got all this stuff going on in their life, financial problems, legal problems, marital problems, relationship problems, emotional problems, mental problems, sexual problems, on and on and on. Okay? And then it happens in the people who've been in Alcoholics Anonymous for a while, see, and are about to get drunk again, see, and their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve, see, and they find out that one more meeting, one more hug, one more convention, see, one more discussion doesn't do it. And they end up drunk. Okay, so now what is that we just read in the second half of that paragraph? Step one. Step one is up here on the wall if you're not familiar with it. We did what? Admitted. See, we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable. Okay, see, but we can't admit that if we haven't investigated, come to an understanding what this is all about, accepted it. See, then we can admit it. See, but that's step one. Okay, so let's read the sentence one more time. These allergic types, that's me, can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. I do my best not to. Okay, once having formed the habit, that means addiction. Found they can't break it, that means powerless. Once having lost their self-confidence, I hate to admit that. I got all this pride that says I'm supposed to be a self-confident, together kind of guy with all the answers and happy. No self-confidence. The reliance on things human, and that's what I end up doing, relying on everybody else, hope they'll keep me sober. Okay? Their problems pile up, become astonishingly difficult to solve. See, so you might ask yourself, even if you've been in AA a while, you got problems that are still astonishingly difficult to solve? Okay? Unmanageable stuff still going on? Relying on other people? Okay? All right, now, next paragraph is the solution. See, everywhere in the book that we see step one, the problem, it's always followed immediately by step two, the solution. First thing we learn about the solution is that frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. Okay, we need to take this apart. It's very important. The word froth means foaming bubbles. Any beer drinkers in here? Everybody know what the head on a beer looks like? See, what is that we call the head? It's froth. It's foaming bubbles. Okay, what's the emotional appeal? Oh, it's going to be all right, give me a hug. You're right where you're supposed to be. Just keep coming back. This too shall pass. See? And there's no big deals in AA. we're going to love you until you can learn how to love yourself. See, we're going to teach you how to love yourself. See, ask yourself, when you hear those things, see, and they're not necessarily bad. See, we use them in AA, at least they used to be used in AA, see, as a way to keep the newcomer, see, in the meeting, see, until we could get the message to them. See, until we could help them be open-minded enough to learn, see, the program of recovery. See, so ask yourself, when somebody says, give me a hug, say, you're really a good person, say, I love you so much, all that, what does that appeal to? Does that appeal to you intellectually? See, does it appeal to you spiritually? Is there anything spiritual about it? Or does it appeal to you emotionally? A brief emotional, yeah, they like me, I'm acceptable, kind of thing. See, what does this doctor say about that? Frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. The word suffice means good enough. It's not good enough. See, it's okay, see, and properly used, see, in terms of a newcomer, see, it can even be beneficial. See, but one of the problems that we experience in AA today is that stuff, all those slogans and cliches and things have become the program. People believe that, see, and that's going to keep them sober. See, even this thing called turn it over has become a cliche in AA. See, it's really weird. See, frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. See, in what? A real alcoholic. Okay, the message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people. Now, how many people in here think you're alcoholic again? Okay, now, look, see, I got a lot of experience as a professional beginner. See, I've begun many, many things in my life and not finished them. See, anybody been that way besides me? See? So what does that mean in terms of this sentence? See, many things in life I've become interested in. See, and usually when I become interested in something, I start blowing trumpets and waving banners and, hey, look at this and that. See, I get all excited and all kinds of stuff. See, and then within about 36 hours, all this interest goes, see, and I get drunk again. See, and I fail one more time. See, so what happened? I became interested, but whatever I was interested in never held my interest. See, now, when it comes to recovery in Alcoholics Anonymous, see, I need to hear a message which is going to interest and hold my interest. See, such that see, I can get through this 12-step process of Alcoholics Anonymous. See, whose opinion is that? The doctor's. See, the message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people. See, must, no musts in the program, right? Must have what? Depth and weight. Okay, see, some newcomer walks in and I tell that guy or that woman, I'm going to love you till you can learn how to love yourself. How much depth and weight does that have?
0.
Give me a hug. How much depth and weight does that have? See, let's go to one more meeting. How much depth and weight does that have? See, let's go listen to this funny guy talk. I heard a tape of his. See, he's really funny. He's really inspirational. He's really this, that, the other. How much depth and weight does that stuff have? See, just look at your own experience. Okay? The message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people must have depth and weight. In nearly all cases, all right, now look around the room. What would nearly all cases be in this room? See, most of us, 96%, 82%. See, now who'd be excluded? See? In nearly all cases. See, so there's a little room. See, so one or two people may not need their interest captured and held. Who are they? You? Are you different? Excluded, unique, special? See, in nearly all cases, they're ideals. Ideals, see, are our standards of perfection and our plans and our goals and our dreams. See, in our little Bambi scenes about the things that, the way we want life to go, relationships and jobs and money and cars and all that. See, perfectionistic, attitudes, all that. See, in nearly all cases, they're ideals. See, so our ideals go on where? In our heads. Okay, they're ideals. What's the next word? Must. See, no must in the program. Be grounded where? In a power greater than ourselves. See, if they are to recreate their lives. See, so ask yourself, what have you created up to this point in your life? See, and based on what kind of ideals grounded in what? Self? Selfishness? Self-centeredness? See? What has been created in your life up to this point, see, is coming out of your ideals. See, now you may be a perfectionist and an idealist. A lot of us are. See, and we really hate when things don't go exactly perfectly right and all that. See, and we think we're better than everybody else because of that, and on and on and on. See, but what is the basis or the root of the ideals? See, is it God? See, or is it you? See, if I look at my own experience. It was me. All my ideals were grounded in what's good for Mikey boy. See, what's going to make Mikey happy? See, how does Mikey think it ought to go? See, so you might look, see, and see where your ideals come from, even if you call yourself an idealist or a perfectionist. See, what's this doctor saying? Their ideals must be grounded where? In a higher power. What's the second step? Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could do what? Restore us to sobriety. Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake? What was the mistake? Sanity. It doesn't say sobriety. See? How do many of us read it? As if it said sobriety. That ain't what it says. It restores to sanity. Okay, next paragraph says, if any feel that as psychiatrists directing a hospital for alcoholics we appear somewhat sentimental, let them stand with us a while on the firing line. See, now, any of you who have done 12-step work, I have some experience of what the firing line is. See, the lady I was pretty good friends with just went to prison for 9 years because her boyfriend stomped her 4-year-old son to death. See, that's the firing line. See, he's probably going to die. See, she's going to do some prison time and the kid is dead. See, it's all based on drugs and alcohol. See, they didn't think they were this bad. They had jobs. They were in love. See, the kid was doing fine. They don't need this. Anybody who's done some 12-step work has got some of that kind of experience. See, that's the firing line. See, stand with us a while on the firing line. See what? See the fun? See the joy and the excitement? No. See, what's this guy got 38 years experience with? Tragedy. See, the despairing wives, the little children. See, there are a lot of despairing husbands, too. Boyfriends, parents. See, let the solving of these problems become a part of their daily work and even of their sleeping moments. And the most cynical. Cynical means distrusting. See, the most cynical or distrusting. See, will not wonder, see, that what? We have accepted and encouraged this movement. See, meaning AA. See, we feel, remember this is the medical profession, speaking for the medical profession, after many years of experience, how many? 38. Say that we have found nothing, zip, nada, see, which has contributed more to the rehabilitation of these men than the altruistic movement. Everybody remember what altruism means? See, now growing up among them. Okay, this next paragraph is real important. This is the cycle of addiction, the cycle of drinking, the cycle of drug use. It's also, if you got other problems, overeating, gambling, all that, it's the same thing. See? Remember, we're looking at the disease under the symptom. Those of you who have read forward in the book, familiar with the book, you're pretty familiar that the book calls alcohol a symptom. See? So we need to look underneath the symptom. See, but we're going to talk about alcohol. It says men and women. How many men in here? How many women in here? Okay, how many men and women in here drink? Okay. What are the first 4 words? Men and women drink. See, essentially, at the root, basically, see, because they like the taste, they want a boogie, see, because of their old lady, because of what happened to them as children, see, because they haven't found the little child within, or haven't dealt with their feelings. See, essentially why? Because they like the what? Effect, see, produced by alcohol. See, I never understood that until I read the doctor's opinion. I never really knew why I drank alcohol. Couldn't put my finger on it. See? So you need to look at your own experience. Why do you drink and do drugs? Isn't it essentially because no matter what the outside circumstances are, you're looking for an effect? See, I used to base my drinking on the circumstances. Well, I'm drinking because I'm screwed up today and my job's gone to hell and I'm fired and my old lady's on my butt. See? And then the next day my circumstances change and I've won the lottery and gotten a new job and a new relationship. See, and I'm happy, but I'm still drinking. See, in both cases, I'm still looking for the effect produced by alcohol. Never had anything to do with those outside circumstances. See? So look at your own experience. Do you drink, or have you drank, see, because of the effect? Do you like the effect produced by alcohol or drugs? Okay, the sensation is so elusive. Everybody know what elusive means? Hard to get hold of? See, it's kind of like trying to grab the smoke coming off David's cigarette over there. See, you can see it, you can smell it, see, you can literally feel it, but try to get hold of it, what happens? It's gone. See, the sensation is so elusive. that while they admit it is injurious, how long have you known that alcohol or drugs or both is injurious to you? How long have you admitted that? I've got a problem. See? What they admit, it's injurious. See? And that's what a lot of people think step one is admitting I have a problem. That's not what step one is. See, while they admit it's injurious, and most of us have already admitted it's injurious. That's why we came here. See, they cannot, after a time, differentiate the true from the false. See? Now, I ask myself, where do I make these differentiations between the true and the false? See, I don't do it in my elbow or my wallet or my big toe. I do it in my mind. See? Now, if in my mind I cannot tell the difference between what's true and what's false, see, what is the state of my mind? It's insane. See? It is insane. My mind is insane. An inability to tell the truth and the false. That's kind of tough to swallow, isn't it? Anybody like that? Yeah, I didn't like that. Hey, wait a minute. I want to get hugged here. I don't want to be told I'm nuts. I don't want to face insanity. See, I want a job. I want a relationship. I want to get laid. I want to be happy, joyous, and free. I don't want to find out I'm insane. See? Whose opinion is this? How long have you admitted you have a problem and did it anyway? See? They admit it is injurious. They cannot, after time, differentiate, tell the difference between what? The true and the false. That's done in the mind. To them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. Okay, now we learned about the alcoholic that the alcoholic is what? Abnormal. All right, now how long, have you been abnormal and thought you were normal? You got any experience like this? See, there are many times people walked up to me during my drinking career and said, hey, Mike, I think maybe you got a problem with this. You think you ought to take a look? See, oh, I don't have a problem, you do. See, and if I have a problem, you're it. See, get out of my face. See, why did I do that? Why did I react that way? See, because I thought I was normal, and I thought they were all nuts. See, they didn't understand. They're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. See, they can't tell the truth from the false. They can't see that I'm really all right, that I really can solve whatever. See, I always thought I was normal, and that they were nuts. See, and that's some pretty clear evidence of, being abnormal, see, and not knowing it. See, not even knowing it. See, it's hard to call that denial, isn't it? See, that's like terminal ignorance. See, I didn't have a clue. See, you got any experience like that, thinking you're normal? See, and doing things that are abnormal? Okay. To them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. They are. Here's three things. Restless. Everybody know what restless means? You ever had you sit in a meeting and have your foot do this? Okay. Chew on the inside of your mouth. See? Chain smoke, coffee, talk, chatter. See? A million things going on all the time. Can't sit still. Can't sit through a meeting. Can't stand it when people are saying things you don't like. Get real restless. See? Let's get out of here. Let's leave town. See? Let's go to a different meeting. Let's get a different group. I hate sobriety. See? Restless. Irritable. Irritable means sensitive, touchy, cranky, critical. Get angry real fast. See? Pretty much lose it emotionally. Get real irritable. Anybody in here get irritable? Yeah? Anybody get restless and irritable? See, if it's going on in your sobriety, you got a problem. Okay? Restless, irritable, and discontented. Discontented means this sucks. See? This book study sucks. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Sobriety sucks. Albuquerque sucks. The weather sucks. I hate the rain. I hate my job. I hate my relationship. See? I'm unhappy. I got to get out of here. I got to do something different, something new. See? And everything new and different that we do, see, it's like fun for 8 minutes, and then, see, that restless, irritable thing starts again. See? You ever put a whole lot of effort into getting something you really, really wanted? See, a guy, a woman, a car, a job, and you think, oh man, this is it, and you tell everybody, oh man, this is it, I'm going to get it, and it's looking good, and you get all excited, and everybody's going, yeah, great, see, and then you get him, her, it, see, and about 8 minutes later, you start going, this sucks. See? She's not as neat as I thought she'd be. He's a jerk, really. This job's boring. See? I don't like this town. People talk, all that. You know what I'm talking about? Restless, irritable, and discontented. Look back through your life. How long's that been there? See? They are restless, irritable, and discontented unless they can again experience. See what? The sense of ease and comfort which comes when? Next two words. At once. See? By doing what? Taking a few drinks. Okay, I see, I can just look at my experience. There's no doubt about this in my mind. See, that when I got restless, irritable, and discontented, I never called it restless, irritable, and discontented. I called it pressure. See? Just feeling I'm under pressure. Okay, and I would start drinking. And as soon as I would start drinking, the pressure would whoosh, go away.